Hello everyone, this is DigiD and I have a special video for you guys, and today is my innocent guide to Disgaea 6. That be getting your innocence up extremely high, getting your innocence on your characters really high. So that be maxed out, they're at high level, figure out how to get them, what you can do with them, how to get your characters up higher level, all of that stuff with the innocent guide here today. So if you don't know what an innocent is practically a spirit or a creature or monster that lives inside of your specific items. You can tell them in your specific items. They are right here. They have specific names. They live inside of your items, and they all have different variety of different stats and different numbers that are added to them. Weaker weapons will have smaller number entries, whereas a higher level weapon or a higher rank weapon will have stronger innocences determined on those type of weapons and or items. They can appear just about everywhere except for your skills. So they don't appear on skills at all. They do most of the time, but they appear on just about every single item in this game. Sometimes they do have them and sometimes they don't have them. So this is going to be my in-depth guide on how to make your innocence or how to get your character to extremely high levels. Like I have an item here that I can show you that I have proof of super high levels. If it's not in here, I'll just go to my equipment because it's on one of my characters, my main characters here. You can see right here I have marksman at 99,999,999. I have two of them. You can see the coach is at 34,186,488. You can see I have all these coaches here that are at 99,999,999. And also you can see that I have dietitians that are maxed out also, which is at 999,999,999. Then if we go to my character, the main character Zed, we have mentors maxed out, broker is maxed out, manager is maxed out, supervisor is maxed out, instructor is maxed out, mentor is maxed out. I have all of these. Statisticians are maxed out. So I do have proof that you're able to max out these get your innocence maxed out very early on. So this guide will help you out. This will teach you or show you what you can do in this guide. I'm gonna go do a little step by step. I am a little bit further on because I decided to play a little bit further on after doing massive amount of grinding. If you don't believe me, I can go to the save menu, hit save, and I have two save files. It's the autosave. If you hit load game on here, you can see that my autosave file says it's from episode 2, and this is 119 hours, which is on Act 2, Episode 1. So spoilers, there is an Act 2. But yeah, I have 119 hours in it. This is just from grinding all my innocence up, getting all of my rank 40 weapons, rank 40 items, and basically innocence. I will probably have a rank 40 guide for people who wants to know how to get rank 40 weapons and items and stuff between the item worlds if people don't know how to do it. So step 1 to this guide, if you want to get, I mean, as soon as you come out of the gate, you just started playing and you're like, I want to become a powerhouse extremely fast. How do I go about it? First things first, I didn't look up no guide on how to do this because I already knew how to do this from other Disgaea games, because I've played Disgaea 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and Disgaea D2, and one of the other Disgaea games that are out there, the other spin-offs. So I've played all of the series. I really do enjoy this game a lot. So what you do for step 1 is, if you want to get super strong, super fast with your innocence, is make sure to complete the first 2. That's it. The Pretty World and the Human World. That's all you need to do. You can literally start the musical world, but you don't need, once you complete the Human World, you've basically unlocked the IV, the Item World Research Squad. You got Item World unlocked. You got the Dimensional Guide. You got the Juice Bar. You have all of your quests that you can do to get so many other items. And you got specific squad shops that you can go to. And then you have specific characters you can be able to use and unlock from different things, from doing the quest and everything else. But if you complete all the way up to there, you don't even... And then you could just start grinding at that point, because part 1 is getting to finish the first 2 stages. Finish the first 2, and that's it. Once you finish the first 2, the next step is going to be the long step. The next step is going into your item world. Okay? You can go to your item world. Go to an item world. I pick a thimble. That's what I did. I went to the weakest item I have, because at they're only level 30 when you start. If you get them at super low levels. If you don't believe me, let me check. Let me just do the shortcut here and go to the general store and show ya. So I'll just buy a thimble. I just bought one thimble. We'll go to the item world. Well, it's still at floor 59 because of certain circumstances, because he leveled this up to a level 1000 item. So yeah, it's going to be extreme. It's high, but it's going to be at a super low level, usually level 30, level 20. Any of these weak items that says level 20, not level... let me see if I have any weak items on me. I have so many high-level items on me. There's a few, but yeah, right here, the wrinkle clothes, 28, resident level 28. You go to the item world and you just grind floors. You can just leave it on. That's what I did. I left it on. I left it in auto battle. You can hit the plus or the minus on if you're using a GameCube controller. You can hit plus or minus to leave it on auto battle. Just leave it on for 8 hours or a couple of hours until you reach floor 300 or more. This is how I leveled up my innocence so fast, is this way. Because the reason why you want a high level 1 is because your innocence will more likely appear on a higher level item than a lower level 1. If you're on a lower level 1, it's not going to appear that often. But if you're on a high level 1, you have a chance to get it to appear very, very well. Once you get that innocent, once you get it up to a high level, because this is part 2, you got your item to a high level, the next step to getting your innocence up very strong, very fast, very early on, is to start working for the juice bar. It's to start getting juice bar points, basically. Do you really need juice bar points for this point? Yes, you do. You do, because you need to level up your squads. You need to level up your squad information here and your squad formation to level up your innocent farm. Your innocent farm, you get this between the first, by completing all of chapter 1 and chapter 2, you'll have the innocent farm. Once you do, you can level it up. You can see that right here, you can unlock the innocent farm, and it increases its growth rate. I didn't do level 8 or level 9 because there's something I can do with it that makes it much, much faster, thanks to your squads. So other squads, the other squad that will help you out once you to get your level up for your innocence is not the item research squad, it is the hunter squad, the hunter team. This will increase the rate of innocence to make it easier subduing. So basically, it increased the innocent rate plus 3% per member. Your squad limit increases. You can death blow innocence, and innocent stats and growth limit ×2 when subdued by a member. So basically, if you have a full team of innocent in your hunter team, you will just destroy innocents like crazy. You will get their stuff so darn high so fast, it's unbelievably quick. It took me less than an hour to get some of these stuff maxed out, and it doesn't take long at all once you get to that specific point. But your first hurdle is beating chapter all of 1 and all of chapter 2. Once you beat all of chapter 1 and 2, then get a level item up to level 300 or higher. During that time frame, if you left it on, you might accidentally kill an item got 2 during that process, and with you fighting an item got 2, there's a high chance you might get a Trapezohedron that will help you get more points for your things. Meaning, this is why I said if you do the juice bar, because it's the demerits. On one of these items, if you want to get a Trapezohedron, one of the strongest items in the game, it's defeat item got 2. So during that floor, you already hit something else, because now you got to floor 300 or higher. You ended up defeating an item got 2 now. So now one of your characters, you could be your main character or anyone else in your party, you got a Trapezohedron. You can equip that to help you level up your characters faster also, if you want to level up your characters. But that is another story for another video. So you get your item from your demerits. Now you have a Trapezohedron. You want to level up, you want to get more juice bar points. The fastest way to get more juice bar points is going to the cheat shop. Go to the cheat shop. This is adjust your settings on what you want to do to level up your character to get this stuff faster. You go to your enemy strength and put it on 20 stars. Once you have the Trapezohedron, put it on 20 stars, and then go find an item that is at level 9,999, if not 9,999. That's how I got my points, is getting, because once I did, you can get to level 9,999 very easily by training on stage 2. If you go to the dimensional gate and go to human world, this is if you only have the first 2 completed, is to do Rich Man's Plaza. Then you do this stage and you'll fight his hero, the guy in here. You'll fight this dude here. He gives you experience boost times 50. It's 50%, and yeah, EXP boost at 50% and enemy boost at 50%. All you have to do is kill him 5 times, and that's basically it. I'm gonna just put this on auto battle, and you can see what I mean. So you do this fight and you just let it run for hours on end. You'll get to level 9,999 in no time. I did that just to see if I can get there without no innocence, and you can get to level 9,999 without any innocence whatsoever and stuff like that. But if you adjust your stuff in the cheat shop, and I realized if you put this up to 20 stars in the 20, you can murder him so quick because his stats do not change for some odd reason, but it does boost your EXP and your mana up exponentially higher to get your characters to level 9,999 from the second part. Then once you have your character at level 999, so what is part 3 to this? Part 1 was getting chapter 1 and chapter 2 done. Part 2 is getting an item to level 300. part 3 is either getting a Trapezohedron and then level it up. Don't level it up, just equip it, and then go farm crazy on 20 stars on the second stage to get to level 9,999. Once you're at level 9,999, then you're able to get more juice bar points, because this is part 4 is working on juice bar points so you can level up your squads. Your squads is where you need juice points and everything else. I found out if you're at max level, which is the small cap of this game, because there's higher levels than 9,999. There's higher levels, but this is the first capped. Once until you complete more of the story, then it unlocks more, but the first cap is 9,999. Whatever you get past that will be all transferred into the juice bar. Every single experience that you get from a level 9,999 character will always go to the juice bar. You'll get a small percentage from the juice bar when you have when you have a character at a lower level. You only get a specific amount. So like if we go to the squads, and I can show you what I mean, squad shop. With the juice bar squad right here, it tells you you boost your juice bar stock by 1%. You get squad limits up to it, and then it doubles the boost amount. Once you have everybody in it, it's a plus 30%, so you get pretty high amount of EXP that adds into your juice bar EXP, because that's what you're gonna need to level up your squad. Because basically, you're gonna spend, I spent to level this thing up to get this thing mastered, 10 billion. It costs 10 billion experience points, or if not, 1.5 billion experience points just to max out your hunter team. Because once you have your hunter team maxed out, because it takes time to get 1.5 billion EXP to do this. That's why I said get to level 9,999 in the process to get the 1.5 billion. Once you have that 1.5 billion and you maxed out your hunter team, you maxed out your juice bar, and then you have, I say, do not max this out if you want to do it the way I do it. But if you want to do it what everyone else is probably doing, is they max out their innocent farm to where your innocents are born subdued. So all your innocents will be born subdued, and every born innocent you have, that be baby innocent that you have in the innocent farm, because you need to put 2 innocents in the farm. It can be either the same type or one of that is a different part, and they'll have a baby. With that baby will have the specific stats of a lower level or a certain one of your innocents that you have in there. So your innocent will get a specific subdued, and how to tell if it's subdued or not is by if it has a yellow face, or an unsubdued is a red face. So if I go to my manage, these are all subdued innocents where they're all yellow. And then if you take a look at these dead eyes here, these are unsubdued, but they do have a star saying they hit their high quality of a star by raising them up in the innocent farm. It takes 10 battles if you put your innocents in here to level these up higher, to make them go higher. It takes a total of 10 battles, 10 normal battles in the dimensional guide to do that. You do your 10 battles, then you come over. Once you do, you should see that it has risen up in a star, because I tested this out, I counted everything else. Once you do those other parts to get the stuff you need, because once you get the juice bar stock, it's going to become a whole lot easier for you to get your innocence to super high levels. And the fastest way to do that is with point exchange. Point exchange, it's a little bit different from the other games, because it's the same as Disgaea 5, where you can just transfer your items for points. But now they have innocent exchange too, where you can buy innocence with those points. In Disgaea 5, you could not do that. So in this one, you can buy your innocence for points, which is awesome. So that means this is easier to level these up. So when you buy these are always on subdue. This is why I said the hunter team is your best friend. It's your best because these will be unsubdued and you can get them leveled up faster. So I have 6 million points. What we do is you click on one you want, buy it, put how many numbers you want for it. Then once you do, so let me do this process for you. So let's say I want to level up master, okay? You want to get a lot of item points. Since you're very early on in the very beginning of the game, your items really are not going to really matter because you're already max level. You just need better items. You can get those with the higher rank item. So you just go to point exchange and do items and just sell everything. You can sell everything, or you can go through and look and keep what you want and then sell the rest to get all these points. Then once you got all your points, you go here to exchange innocent and then you go buy some masters. So I'm just going to spend some points here on what I want. I'm going to get this one. Confirm. Now I just got a master, because if I go to manage innocence now, it's not going to be on here because it's going to be in my right there. There's the master of 12,101. So what do I do with this master of 12,101? So let me tell you this. Remember when I said earlier in the video that you can level this up super high? The reason why I wanted you to do it on a high level weapon is because the higher level weapon is, you might get a higher times bonus. On a normal weapon, if you encounter an innocent or a lower level item, it's always going to be like ×2. But once you get your hunter team maxed out, which I do, and then I have the person out, it's going to be a ×8. It's going to be ×8. So what's 12,001 times 8? So let's go to I got my phone right here. 12,101 times 8. It should be 96,808. And also, since I have the hunter team it says it's going to star it also. So whenever it doubles, it's going to get starred in the process. So it's going to be, it gets really nice. So let's see if I can make it appear very easily, very quick. So we're going to go to my Barefoot X, because I do have a bunch of these Barefoot X. I do have a master that's like 7 million, because it's really very, very high. So I just want to show you. So we're going to go to here. It's going to be in the Barefoot X item. Always save your game. So right click, save your game often. That's what I do. I save my game often. So I save my game. So this is another way. If you want your innocence to appear a lot quicker, is go to item world. We're going to do this very quick, actually, and see if we can get it to appear. If not, it's not going to appear. So, like, there's an innocent that just appeared right now in the item world, but let's see if it's the right one. This is the right one. This is the master that we need to do this. So I use Serena. Click here. We're just going to use her full strike special move. So now, since I got a subdued item, also there's something cool you can do. Is if you want to check your points super early before you leave in the item world, if you equip the item that you just went into, you can actually see it on here. So you can go to equip and scroll over, and then I go down to there it is. Like I said, it's 96,808. That's what I have on my phone. It's times 8, which is awesome. That's how fast you can get your stuff leveled up so quick. But when you do, go to items, because once you do, have that there, if you have more points, like with the point exchange, I mean not point exchange, the innocent exchange is to always get 2. The reason why you want to get 2, so I just showed you getting 1 and showing you how to get it times 8. That's what your hunter squad maxed out. It's maxed out, and I'm on a high level item that is on floor 9,900. Oh, that's past super high levels, so it's going to be times 8, which is awesome. If you go to item exchange, innocent exchange, you want to get 2 innocents. I usually get 2 of the same ones, just 2, because they still make babies. But the thing is, you can subdue 2 of them that are extremely high. So like the innocent that I just went to for the item world, that's at 96,808, and then I had another one that's a 96,808. Then I would go to the innocent farm, once I'm at the innocent farm, I take the one I just got and put it into the innocent farm, and then grind out a few battles until a baby is born. Once a baby is born, then you can go subdue that one, and it's another times 8 on top of that. You see what I'm saying here? Once you start that process, it's going to be always times 8 of subduing, because if you go through doing levels and grinding, it's going to get boring after a while. Doing it this way, it makes it a little interesting for me, because it's always at a times 8 variant. It's high. It will never be at 8 lower times, because all my stuff is super high and it's super maxed out. It will always be times 8. So once you have your maxed innocence, I will warn you, there is a glitch that I know of, that every time I put in something that's in the millions of high, it decreases my innocent, but you still get other innocents that are in, it decreases it for some odd reason. Like, it's maxed out already, but then it decreases it to a lower number, like 500 million or 600 million or 700 million. It's gonna go down, but every single baby that I have will have stats of near almost 500 million, 600 million, because then all I have to do is kill it once, and it's at 8, it's at max. So that's it, and I always have max item. That is said and true for all my innocents. Every single innocent that I do from this point on, I can get them to max in no time. I tried to see if there was any dual innocence, but there isn't any dual innocence in this game, which is weird. So I will let you know, one last thing in this video is there are specific innocents that are extremely hard to get, that you can't not get in the innocent exchange. If you have noticed, there is a few that does not show up in this list. You have the statistician, the manager, the broker, the mentor, the supervisor. The 2 that are missing are, you don't have instructor. There is no instructor in here. So you're like, I want an instructor. How do I get an instructor? That is an instructor innocent, because that innocent is actually pretty cool too. If I go to my manage innocence, you can see that I have supervisors, there's instructors, and I have these maxed out because instructors increases your weapon mastery gain by a value percent, so that's 1900%. So let's keep scrolling. Managers, statisticians, like sharpshooter, deadeye, lumberjack, baton twirler. These all come on items. You have to find these on your items to get. You can get the firefighters, the pasters, the status effect stuff, the professionals. You can get those from the innocent exchange, but certain ones you just won't be able to get because they're extremely hard. You have to find them elsewhere. So as I'm looking at my main character, just from here, I have all the coaches and supervisors. I have the marksman and coach. Then if I scroll up here, I have a lot of items. You can see that I have broker, managers, statisticians, mentor, broker, managers, instructors. Those are the ones that I have. So with this, I cover all of the status, all the bases that you can get from the innocent exchange, all of the stuff that I can do with these certain innocents, which is really nice. So instructor is the one that is missing on here, and to find instructor you have to find them on items, but once you do and get it maxed out, you can make more just by getting make sure you have 2 or more, because that one's going to be a little bit harder to do, but once you do, it's really awesome to have. But with this, you can see that I have my innocents up to 9,999. They're up super high, they're maxed out, and I just went in and showed you that. So here to recap, first things first is to complete the first 2 places of the printing world and the human world. Then the second thing to do is to get an item up to level 300 and defeat an item got 2. Then you'll have your Trapezohedrons that you can use to level up your to boost your stats of your character. That's the third thing to do, because I have 2 of these Trapezohedrons. That's the third thing you can do. Then the fourth the fourth thing after that is go to the cheat shop, adjust your settings, level up your enemy strength to 20 stars, then equip your Trapezohedron, go to dimensional guide, and then do the human world, cast Rich Man's Plaza, and let it grind for hours on end till you reach max level of 9,999. Once you reach max level of 9,999 and you have 20 stars, lower the star count, then go to item world. Once you go to item world, that is a rank 40 item. If you want to check that, since you have the item world research squad, you go to here, you go to the item research squad, it will tell you right there on the side which item is a rank level. So this is a rank 21, this is a rank 1 item, this is a rank 39 item, and the Trapezohedrons are a rank 40 item. You go into your Trapezohedron item once you have one. You go in there, you have your stars. You could put it up to maybe 1 star or 2 stars. It really depends if you want it to be a little bit harder. But once you do go inside of the item, your character will get a specific amount of juice bar experience. Like if you're maxed out, a couple of million, between 7 million, and if you get that item world that I got earlier in the video that specifically shows, you will get between 7 million and 10 million juice bar points, juice bar EXP between 7 and 10 million. Once you have those million points, you can level up your squads. You go to here, you level up your squads, and that's get the squad here. You can just level up your squad formations. I didn't level up to level 8 because I don't want them to be subdued. Because I remember in Disgaea 5, it took forever to have any born innocence. And it's like, I want to level up my innocence a faster way. So you can do that. And then you can level up your hunter team. Get your hunter team maxed out. Because then it's always at a high, since you're on a higher level item, at 300 or more, it will always be times 8 if you have the hunter team maxed out. And then if you want your juice bar maxed out, to get those extra juice bar points, because now you're getting millions upon millions upon millions of EXP within a specific item of that world. So, which is really cool for your juice bar. Everything goes to your juice bar. And then that's it, basically. Once you have that that's basically it for trying to get your innocence at a higher level, which is really cool. And it takes a while. It took about, once you get there, it took me 60 hours. That's it, 60 hours. So about 2 days, just about almost 3 days. About 3 days in game time of 60 hours. You'll have your max innocence, and you can do the cool stuff that you can do and make your characters extremely strong or extremely broken, or get more money, get more mana, get more class points, proficiency points, all of that extra stuff. And so if you like this type of video that I showed you here today, and you want to see more videos like these in the future, I will do a weapon on how to get rank 40 weapons if you want, or how to get specific other items that are in this game, because certain other items are kind of harder to get. For one example is the Barefoot X is the strongest movement item it's the strongest movement item in this game. It's called Barefoot X. It's a really weird item. It's a weird name for an item, but yeah, it's a Barefoot X. It's one of the strongest items in the game, so for movement, because it gets +3 movement. So if you like this type of video and you want to see more, if you have any questions for me or anything else, write something in the video description below. Please let me know if this was too much or anything else. But this video is here to help people on how to understand your innocence, because your innocence are there to help your characters grow faster and grow easier. I think I forgot to mention they're always by 1% of increase, so it's like a 900%, 999,999,000%, and stuff like that for your specific items. So if you want to see more of these videos and other types of videos, so I would like to say thank you for listening. Thank you for enjoying my in-depth video of how the innocence work. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you, and bye.